It is a cold day here today. We are working on our water lines. So we pretty much have everything laid out where it's going to be. We have our holes drilled already, and now we are going to run our lines, right?
We'll see.
We're going to try. It's snowing here again today, but the next few days are supposed to get even colder. It doesn't usually get super cold here very often. So when it gets down to 20 and below, we feel like it's pretty chilly. So that's our future in the next few days. But let me show you what it looks like outside. We're gonna have 1-inch line that does a complete circle around the apartment. And that's mostly for our sprinkler system that we have to have. But we're gonna run our water lines off of that 1-inch line. So right now we're gonna put in the 1-inch PEX line.
Oh, that cut it like butter. Okay, so let's see how this is gonna go when it's snowing.
Yeah, it is. Running PEX on a cold day is even harder, isn't it?
Yeah. Hopefully cut that long enough actually. Now that I think about it.
It's too short?
Let me get the ladder.
I cannot wait to get insulation in here. So the advice I would give to anyone who's doing this is run your plumbing on a hot day.
You're not kidding.
We brought the heater up here, but it's not doing much. It's 37 degrees in here. Okay, so this is where our 1-inch line is gonna come up from below, right there. It'll 90 off. We'll have a sprinkler in this room.
Right here.
And then we'll continue on to the kitchen.
And this is where it loops back into it, right?
Yeah. When I'm wearing gloves, I use my nose to turn the camera on.
Those gloves work.
Oh. Okay. So what do you have there?
So we got a tool. I didn't get this just because I wanted it. I got this because they were requiring us to have 1.5-inch line from our pump house to supply the entire shop apartment. And so
Because of the sprinkler system.
because of the sprinkler system. The PEX B reduces the amount of water flow that you have being able to travel through your water lines because your fittings are smaller with PEX B. They're smaller than the inside diameter of your pipe. But with PEX A, you expand the pipe, then you put it over the fitting, and the inside of the fitting is the same size as the pipe diameter.
So doing it this way will increase our water pressure.
Exactly, and our volume, so we're not losing as much. And the only reason why it's so important with us is because we're running off of a well, and we have to have a certain amount of volume of water coming through that line. I think when we test it for, I don't know if they're going to require us to test it, I'm assuming they are. But basically we'll have to get a test sprinkler head, and we'll break it with the inspector here, and he'll check to make sure that the volume of water that comes out in a certain amount of time is adequate. So that's why I want to make sure that we have every opportunity to have the maximum amount of water volume able to travel through. Otherwise, we have to have like a pump, another pump system on top of the pump that we have, plus a holding cell, and I don't want to do that. I'd rather, our well is able to pump more than what we need, so I'd rather use that. And if I can maximize the water volume by the lines that we're using, then I'm gonna do that as well. This system is supposed to be better, and a lot of the guys on job sites that we're on use it, so if the professionals are using it, then why shouldn't we? We're gonna use this tool to do our house as well, which is gonna be our next build. This comes out and then it retracts. So, and is what that does is this has, it spreads out, and then I probably shouldn't have stuck my finger in there. But it pushes it out, expands it slowly, and you're gonna put the pipe in there as you're expanding.
Okay, can you see it in action?
So, I just gotta read these instructions.
Let me get a video of you actually reading the instructions. It's proof.
Let's just go with it. They're not gonna tell you how much to put on there.
The one thing you actually want them to put in the instructions, they don't include.
Who knows? But we're just gonna smear this on here. Okay, so.
Where did that sock come from?
No clue.
What the heck?
So, because I know you don't want this grease on the inside of your fitting, so we're just gonna make sure that it's clean. Okay, so now we'll just take our 1-inch collars. So these collars, if you look through there, there's an inside part right here that will stop your water line from going through. So you slide this on there, and then you put your tool in here, and it expands, and then ultimately you put this inside of there. But see, it'll fit through, but the inside of this is the outside diameter of the water line. Okay, so that's on there. So now, let's turn this around. So we'll put this like this. Okay, this will go on here, and then since it's cold out, I'm gonna put my hand on there to hopefully help it shrink down. But since it's so cold, it's gonna hold its position a lot more than if it's warm. Because of the cold, it just holds basically. I don't think it's coming out anymore, so I'm just gonna put some more hand heat on there, help that shrink down. So I think once I get it in there, I could probably do just one click, one more revolution of it, and it would be fine. But I know on warm days, you wanna do like a couple just to make sure that it stays open, because you don't wanna get this fitting partially on there and then it doesn't go on all the way. You wanna make sure that that seats all the way on there. So now it's nice and snug. I wouldn't turn on the water on a cold day like this with that fitting like that. I would take like a torch, heat up the water line, but we're gonna leave that like that. Okay. So next, I think is what I'll do is I'll do this one here. So we need to put a T on there.
It's a good idea.
Try to come up with good ideas. So one will go like this. Okay. So this will go like this here, and then we'll flex it. The nice part is we only have to go to here, and then we can basically stretch that back that way.
We'll do another T.
What's that?
Do another T.
Yeah.
Tight fit. And that's where we need it?
Yeah, pretty close. Right there, that's good. Right there.
Okay. We're just below the snow line. You can see where the snow is up on the hills over there. This is a struggle.
Well, we're going at an angle through here, and when I drilled the holes, I did it as straight as possible, and I tried getting it to where it was in line, which is pretty good. But this line is so rigid, and it's already got a natural curl because it was a roll, so it just makes it really difficult to get this in place. So we're gonna keep going. We're not quitters. So
Never.
we need to go back a little bit. Can you pull? Okay, hold on. Can you turn it this way more?
This way?
Yeah, see if it'll. There you go. Hold on. So, you're going to want to grab in the middle of the joist. Yep. There's a sprinkler right here.
Yeah. We had just exactly enough line to get us all the way around.
We still gotta get some more line though to run it downstairs. Well, that's a complete loop.
We're getting our line stubbed out for the bathroom. This will be for our sink